Hi Aries, how are you doing? I feel like there isn't a simple answer to this question this time. Normally, I'm an Aries sun and I'm a Chiron, Aries Chiron, so normally you and I get right into it and we have very efficient and very resonating reads, and it's all easy to and we just jump right into it. This time it's either me being Aries and really creating a problem, or I was right and took time to set up cards and decide, not choose the cards, but figure out, like, there were so many options and there were so many false starts and there were so many possibilities and there wasn't certainty about any of them, which normally I don't read off of. I don't like doing the subconscious thing, the Jungian thing. I like just to dive in, and whatever God throws on the table is or whoever I'm talking to, that's what we go with. But there were false starts, and so I feel like that's probably part of the story, in terms of I'm being told that there's confusion, that there is overwhelm, possibly exhaustion. And so I even second guess these cards. I was doing splits. Some of them jumped out. This jumped out. This freedom card jumped out. Okay. And that's from Mel Brown's Aboriginal Spirit Oracle. She is an Aboriginal healer. So that one jumped. So I feel like there were several other cards in here that came through splitting the deck. But this one jumped right to the floor, very definitely. So I feel like there's certainty there. This deck, this is Susan Sheppard's Phoenix cards. And Susan is also part Aboriginal. Not that I'm trying to get on a theme there. She also passed this last April 19th after years of autoimmune problems, but she leaves behind a 22-year-old daughter. But she also gave us the Black Moon astrology cards, several decks, and several incredible things, and was all round a tremendous spiritual leader. I'm still not sure. Like this, I came back to this card. This was one of the strong splits. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the energies from this. This particularly caught my attention. The gentleman came out twice. I put him back in. He came out again. This Jack, which is a combined Page and Knight of Cups, was fairly strong. But he's I want to say he's in the reverse. Yeah, he's in the reverse. Okay. This deck I'm not even sure about. I split several times. This one I only split the once. The Seven of Wands in reverse, and I felt strong about that. Okay. So we're going to grab these, put them up as energy, and then I'm going to go back into the decks and see what else they have to say. Okay. The Divine Doors by Engracia. This deck I love, this little one, because I have 3 parrots in my life through a client, and it's strong animal energy, and eventually they led me to use this deck. Well, not the 3 parrots in my life necessarily, although maybe. But that's an animal spirit oracle for me. Wild Kuan Yin, Alana Fairchild's deck, with the paintings of a Chinese painter of Tibetan scenes. There are a few decks. There's at least one deck missing from this that I would like to use, that I need to get another copy of. Tiana Lee McQuiller's Sybil's Oraculum, but we'll get there. Okay. What I wanted to say about this deck is it works in past life experiences. For me, that's more relevant as ancestral information and geographical, cultural influences, yes, or awareness, what we need to know about spiritually around the rest of the world. So there's a strong yellow here. This is not the first card I went with here, but this is from the last split that I did, and I felt like the problem is I felt like it was fitting the yellow theme here. So I don't know. I feel like this is completely echoing. Okay, so give me a moment and I'll set these up. Well, you don't have to give me anything. I'm gonna pause, set them up. I'll be back. You won't know. Okay, so now that I'm in front of you, let's just get one more Wild Kuan Yin, if it wants to fly. And then we have contrasting energies. Or not. There is so much. So much. Okay, so let's see how this strikes right off the bat. Let's read this one. An udder full of milk there. Lots of... Look at all the badlands in behind. Am I right about that? Yep, those are badlands. Okay, harvest time. It looks like we're not entirely... What's she doing? She's got a bowl in her hands. Harvest Mother watches over me. The inner world offers powerful healing energy, creating space to receive it with love, patience, acceptance, and willingness to hear, feel, and honor all messages from our inner world with wisdom. Allows this inner medicine to work its healing magic, even if it seems unfathomable at an intellectual level. The inner world knows how to restore and heal every aspect of the soul. We just need to invite and allow it. Okay. So we'll see how that resonates. I'm going to get 2 more divine doors in a minute, but I'm going also to get... We might not read from all the cards that I get from this because there's a lot of reading to do, so we won't. But I'm going to see... We'll take a vote. I'll just split this deck. I'm just gonna... Okay. Oh, one flap. Unless one flies out, of course. Which they seem to want to. But... Oh, lots. Okay. So let's just split that there. Inner harmony. Well, that's clear enough. Okay. That's clear enough. We'll see which one we need most to read from when the time comes. Her descriptions are never what you expect them to be. Excellent medicine from Mel Brown. All of her decks. Well, same with Susan. I'm very particular about... I wouldn't say I'm a light worker. I'm an everything worker. For me, light and dark are not a matter of good and bad. So that knocks me out of the main camp right out the gate. For me, that's just great white brotherhood dualism. Sorry. I'm a drawing instructor and you need light and dark to make a picture. But also the feminine is the darkness. Yin and yang. The yin is the darkness. So if we're going to be all about being light workers, then we've just cut out the feminine right there and then. Spiritual accuracy matters always, does it not? Oh, okay. We're going... So what was I on about that yellow? Going orthodox. Okay. We're going to need to... I'm going to do alternate endings. You know what? No, we'll see which... Kristen, just shut up. Okay. Any modifiers for the Lenormand for this gentleman? I feel like that's one storyline. Is why with that king of... No, it's not a king. The jack reversed. So that's, I mean, for me that's Scorpio energy. And we're going through in these middle days, these middle 5 to 6 days of November are a huge time, shall we say, of harsh transformation. something is happening in everybody's life right now that was either somewhat expected or not expected at all. Okay, so yeah, I have a crossroads with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So, oh, wait a minute. I put the Seven of Wands upright and it was in reverse. Way to go. What I do with cards, I've applied the principles of geomancy because I'm influenced strongly by, well, everything I've found by research is based in Ethiopia, but the direction that things fall in. They do not work with cards, of course, but, well, so far as my research tells me. Oh, okay. That's a definite door. But when we get into the tarot, the way things fall will matter. They'll tell me aspects, they'll tell me energies. And I read the energies basically strongly based off of the astrological aspects of the card. You know, the way they fall in aspect to each other. Direction. Okay, one more door for Aries. Aries, this is like, what's happened that... Okay. Oh, like a Three of Pentacles card. So there's a conflict of interest somewhere. Potentially. There's an opportunity somewhere, and there's also a conflict of interest, potential conflict of interest. It's the Three of Pentacles is all about, and I'm seeing, you know, you see how I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles card there. Decide, you know, who are you willing to sell out to? Are you willing to climb the ladder, the Masonic ladder, into the pyramid, right? And be on the hook for all that comes with that. So let's read the doors, and then we'll figure out as we go where they fit into the tarot story. So our first one, look at all those stairs. It's again, it's like the Escher thing, right? I gotta find where that is. Unfortunately, Andre doesn't tell you. Birth. Okay, another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. Okay, well that's definite. That's definite. Yes, a lunar eclipse. Okay, which I'm in the energy of right now. It was amazing. I took photos of it last night. The Taurus lunar eclipse, full moon. Draw down the moon. The effects will be felt for a while yet, but the forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs. Find us in the wild. Good night. So crazy shit. No wonder. Fairy world is calling. And in charge. What's up there? I'm not sure. Something was on top of that. It's like flat at the top, yes? Very nice. Got trinities there. Establishment. A stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger. Well, not if it's a healthy ego. Inferiority complexes. Inferiority complexes are what they really mean when they say ego. If they mean it in a bad way. Right? Your triggers. So inferiority complexes fear the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. So if you can get past your inferiority complex, somebody's coming to help you with an inferiority complex and basically end it. Okay. There's a nice echo. Not that the two are the same, because we have Gothic. Do we have Gothic? I want to say we have Gothic versus Orthodox. But you'll find the same, basically the same, different versions of the same organizations behind those. Okay. All right. Let's let's bump the flames and get into the reading. So I feel just for a moment like doing one okay, we've got 9 of Cups. And the King of Cups. Further to that Jack. Okay. So the 7 of Wands reversed. Well, 7 is a promise to self. It's a transformation. And it's, of course, this is 5th house in Leo. Standing your ground. So you're either having a hard time standing your ground, or we need to work our way backwards to an affirmation. But the affirmation should have come because we are in a 7. We're in a 7, upright or reverse. So the 6 has come, but maybe we didn't recognize it. Or there could be triggers. This card is ruled. Well, actually, I can't remember exactly. I don't have my book. Which planet rules this card? But we know what rules the house, and the sun rules this house. But this has something to do with either a team situation, collaborative creativity, performance, you know, publicity, public life, public persona. But again, that transformation that's upside down, and the transformation could be doing this to you. Yes, it is a 7, regardless of which direction. Well, it's flipping in the deck, but I'm not going to take it. It's not on the table, but I have possibly a conflict with a King of Swords, or there's conflict in your mind if you are the King of Swords. And this would be, for me, 11th house energy combining with 5th house. So this for me is Aquarius energy, because 11th house for me is, you know, like you have to have basically a complete perspective of things by the time you reach 11th house concerns. And it's preparation. It's actually 11th and 12th houses. The completion comes in the 10th house, but 11th and 12th are like prepping and bridging to the next, to the launch of the first house. So there's some kind of master communicator, obviously knowing what you're going to do with, and, you know, doing what you're going to, what am I trying to say? That's the point. That's the point, not knowing what to say. Okay, I'm going to take them, and then they're in opposition to this, which means these all need to succeed together. But you have areas of nonconformity here with this king. Areas of nonconformity because Uranus, but also the fears, calculated risks, and boundaries of Saturn. The technology, the revolution, the innovation. Things in your childhood that you really enjoyed, but weren't necessarily understood for, didn't necessarily have access to. Maybe you did. Maybe you did. But maybe this is where that inferiority complex is coming in. The triggers. Something isn't known as, yeah, okay. What's interesting is that we also have this strong female energy here and this strong male energy. And the female's kind of caught in between two. But then we have strong male energy, like masculine, whatever your pronoun is. But according to the cards, right? Which means we need new cards. Oh. Okay, so very contained, confined. Saturn's very strong in this. Because look at how these cards fell out, right? And they're squaring off with both of these. There's a 90-degree angle. between, like, these are in opposition, right? Because these are upright, this is reversed. So, but when things are in opposition, they need to be reconciled together. They have to win together. You're going to, they are astrologically bound to each other, okay? This astrological binding, now we don't have any major arcana on the table, and this is hitting me exactly like, so this is your Mars as well, because it's hitting me exactly the way Scorpio's reading is hitting me, and you both have Mars ruling you, and we're in a Scorpio transformation time, right? So thanks to Minnow Pond, thanks to Chris, who pointed out, now he reads several meanings into this card, different depending on the read he's doing, but one that he did that totally coincided with a meditation I was doing on this card was aligning the head with the heart, that's what this card is about. Other times he'll completely negate that, but that one stuck, so I'm working with it because that's how they're going to talk to me through that. Having your head and your heart aligned, and that stability, right? Because 4s are stability. So yeah, what did I say about Saturn? I mean, I realize this is ruled by Venus. This is, for me, Taurus energy. Others would put it as Capricorn, but I switched all cardinal positions. I switched all positions for Earth and Air because Ptolemy's talking out his ass, okay? And he stole everything from other people anyway. And I should be specific about those people. Most of them came from India, thereabouts, or involved. Vedic astrology is taking us back about 24,000 years. So, so the stability, second house stability, groundbreaking. Second house is ground. I'm working on second house right now in my astrology workbook. So this is groundbreaking energy. Really laying the foundation, right? Then we have wonderful Pisces energy. What an interesting, we have a 4 and an 8. But we have an eclipse there. Lots of guides, a lot of guidance in this. Now we have cups repeated. We have Scorpio energy there with cups. This is, look at how this is kind of echoing. Look at, you've got 3 cups. Wow. Look at that. Okay, so we're going to read for that card. For sure, for sure. 4 and 8. Squaring off. So they're creating friction with this, and it's for the best. It's very helpful. It's very helpful when you have something squaring. You might have your Neptune squaring, and you might have your Venus squaring the situation, in which case you have extreme feminine energy, like the god, high priestess, shall we say, lunar, because we have Ceres that lives in Taurus. So you have strong feminine, what was it saying about the darkness, right? Pushing this. So the internal knowledge. Pentacles for me is very deep magic energy, like the scary magic that combines everything together and makes it is the alchemy again. And I put alchemy in Scorpio's title. Okay, so there's like a garden, there's an awareness here of just how real all of this is. But if we match it, and it's squaring off with this inferiority complex. That's an extreme term, I realize, but I really feel like we wouldn't be doing a reading about it if it weren't fairly significant. Okay, anything else? Okay, at a slightly different angle. Yeah. Making a decision for the first time. Now, for me, this is Gemini energy. Others would put it as Libra, so if that resonates for you more, but for me, it's Gemini in 3rd house. and having to make up your mind about something that you haven't had to make your mind up about before. And there are foreign lands in behind her. Oh, I'm getting an affirmation from one of my cats for sure. Now we have we have a 666 on our belt. We have this either in a sextile or a trine position, even possibly a quincunx, which is like a genius leap that needs to be taken. Yeah. It's that big a leap, and therefore that's why the inferiority complex, because it's that huge. It's there when you have a quincunx in your chart. It's an angle, it's like a 150-degree angle with an orb. So it goes from 147 degrees, 148 degrees to 152, 153 degrees aspect between two houses, two planets. And it means that they have a very hard time relating to each other. And in order to get them working together, a lot of comedians, and I have to thank the right people for this insight. It's an astrology page. I gotta find I've got the credits for them in my book. I gotta go back and find again. But a lot of comedians apparently have a lot of quincunxes in their chart because the absurdity of the aspect is such that there's nothing to do but find the humor. So if that speaks to you at all, if there's something that you need a sense of humor about, if there's something like this tremendous talent for, if you are a punk ass, this is connected to that. I'm going to just see if my neighbor's going to talk in his hallway for long. Okay, let's take a look at our doors. I had to pause for a while. My son came home with some supper, which was wonderful. And then I went and smashed my cat foods, my girl cat, her special food bowl. Yes, while bringing her supper to her in it. And so if that resonates at all as well, Mariner's Catch went all over the wall and the floor. And a pink kitty oval dish with pink kitty ears on it is over. It's done. So let's see if we can figure out where these doors are leading us at all in relation to this relations. Back to that gentleman situation. Okay, so the inferiority complex, the ego, the weak ego fears the sudden danger. Because the strong ego knows that it brought it on, right? That conflict of interest. You know, I've got a mixed feeling about this. But never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. And a cat in a litter box. Sudden danger. Where's the sudden danger? The only thing that we have that might be sudden is with this crossroads. I'm still not sure. We'll get clarity. Birth, another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings. I mean, it has to do with these 8 cups for sure. And that 3 cups. Okay, so right. The 3 again. This goes somewhere connected to that. Draw down the moon. The forest nymphs dance in sheer delight. Singing soft songs. Find us in the wild. Good night. something to do with, definitely with to do with the Pisces energy. However, got moon and moon. Another gateway appears in view. Let's keep that over here for now. And I'll just, okay. Anything else? No. Anything else from Lenormand? The letter. The message. I know it's possible to take it in reverse, but I'm not going to. It didn't land on the table anyway, it was falling into my lap. Seven of Swords, so the transformation with a 27, ooh, club 27. There's a message coming. Seven gives us a 9, proving yourself to everyone. Some kind of communication, right? Which is exactly what we were stuck on in the first place. What to say, how to say it. Okay. To whom? So, I mean, obviously we have a loving stranger possibly here. Okay. Anything else? I think we just need to get into the other cards, is what I think. Okay. This one I'll take. Oh. Okay. It's the Ace of Wands. Now, do I take it in that position? I'm not sure that I should. We could. I mean, we could. I'll put it in the upright, but we know we've got it on record as we're leaning towards the downward, but it could be just that it needs to take a while for it to turn upright. That Ace of Swords with the truth. That Ace of Swords with the truth. 29 gives us 11, right? Which gives us 2. 11, of course, double number. Now, interesting. So the Two of Swords is here. And the question is, if this is the right direction for that, because of all of this squaring off. Okay, I'll leave that there for now, and let's, the question is, well, let's read this one. Let's read them both. Oh, I read that one though, didn't I? Yeah. The Harvest Mother watches over me. The inner world offers powerful healing energy. The 7 follows a 6. The Six of Swords, the safe passage. Seven of Swords is still to me a Libra energy. Others would put it as Aquarius. But for me, this is a 7th house energy. So transformation in either both sense of self and a relationship. Or even all relationships, therefore. Whatever affects us closely affects us externally as well. Yes? And vice versa. All messages from our creating space to receive it with love, patience, acceptance, and willingness to hear, feel, and honor all messages from our inner world. With wisdom, allows this inner medicine to work its healing magic, even if it seems unfathomable at an intellectual level. The inner world knows how to restore and heal every aspect of the soul. We just need to invite and allow it. All right, let's check this one. And what did we had Badlands in that one, and we have no. These are. It's probably a spring energy or maybe a winter energy, but those will all be fertile hills. We have a bridge down there. Just trying to see why it's glowing. You see how it's glowing? Right there, where does it enter the side of the hill? Ride with spirit unbroken. I've been with you, my wild one, throughout every challenge to your free spirit, encouraging you to rise, believing in you. When you were shamed, denied, judged, and ridiculed, I was there with you. I went through it all right along with you. I knew that the time would come when you would be ready to rise above those experiences, to let your wild heart be free. Now is that time. Well, it's everything to do with this indecision then, yes. And this guardedness. Okay. Let's see here. Well, these won't take long to read both of those. But I'm not sure. You know what? She does such a good job of surprising me with her. Mel, who created these cards. Her ancestors do such a good job of not pulling any punches. Okay, hang on. Okay, so I read ahead. And let's get some clarity first, because this one's going to give us some clarity on the Two of Swords right there, okay? Inner harmony. Our inner harmony can only flow when we're true to ourselves and walk our own path. Inner harmony is made up of so many emotions. However, take all of this away and you're left with you. Inner harmony is a place of quiet stillness, where you know and love yourself for who you are. It's a place of great respect for the journey you're on and of the experience that is gifted to you. It's the recognition of our spirit within ourselves that gives us our ultimate connection to self. What are you so afraid of? When you continually protect your heart being hurt, okay, right, you will never experience the full emotion love can bring you. By being emotionally unavailable, you rob yourself of the most wonderful feelings the human soul can experience. Be brave and take your blindfold off. Drop your defenses and really see the people around you. There are people who want to love and care for you, but you won't let them get too close for fear of being hurt. Experience an inner harmony that can be enhanced by others who love and care for you. There are wonderful experiences to be had when you share your love with other people. And so there's some kind of guarantee here that the right people are coming. Okay, so that's going to go right next to that blindfold. Yes. Which is... Okay, so let's go to the freedom card. I don't know if we'll have exactly the same kind of matching clarification, but your sense of freedom only comes from feeling content within yourself. And this is the book. Okay. Freedom is about being able to make decisions in your life without the constraints that hold you back. Freedom is subjective and can vary for each person, for what is freedom to one person may not be for another. Don't forget, we can all find our freedom in some form or another, from a walk in the bush to quieting your mind in a beautifully calming meditation. Freedom, wow, okay, slam the door. Freedom is within everyone's grasp, but firstly work out what your freedom is. I'm pretty sure slaves, but I'm not going to tell the Aboriginal ancestors what they can and can't say about freedom, am I? You have worked so hard to get to this point where the end is in sight. The end grants you the freedom you've so desperately wanted in your life. There were times when you thought this would never end, but here you are. It's a little scary when the things finally come to a close, as getting to this point has taken a great deal of sacrifice and energy on your part. However, you have been determined and committed to finalizing the situation and should recognize the strength and courage you've expended to get to here. Don't be scared of beginning anew, as the future is filled with so many great prospects. The universe is waiting for you to step into your newfound power, granting you the future you dream of. Step into your power. Not the answer, just the power. So we have to shift into the power. We have to do the Scorpio thing. Yes. That's what this time is. Let's see, what's today? There's only like 1 or 2 more days left of this transformation energy, but that's based on my calendar work for it. Now is that time. I mean, I know it's easy for oracle cards to say now is the time. I try not to get decks that'll be too, yeah. So this gateway. I'm just looking for a gateway in the tarot, but I might not see one. All right, so now we'll get into these cards, but this is quite a read to get into. She is Pele, Hawaiian. This is all about how healthy or turned on you feel in your relationships right now, or in one particular relationship, right? A lot of sexual energy attached to this one. So I did read through, I reread, I've worked with this card before, but I reread all the different interpretations for it. There are several. Because Susan, who created these cards, does a planetary layout and has written descriptions for the card in each of the planetary positions. So I reread through all of them. Now there could be a block around all of that, which echoes what's been said, yes. If you're feeling completely cut off from that whole part of you, and that kind of boils it down. Otherwise, your energy is extremely high, and I would around all your attractiveness, your attraction, your mojo. So everything that's sexual is peaking right now, and you've got to be careful about it. Make sure you're in control, or you're working with it, shall we say, in sync with it, so that you do what's right for you. Yes. But this, I can't tell you in a nutshell what this one's about yet. So let's get into this one, okay? Because this one is an affirmation of all the positivity. So if there are possibly choices, this card references that there might be more than one person to decide between, right? So let's see if this one gives us any clarity about that.